Today I decided to enjoy summer and come to you from my backyard. Our topic today is of interest to many, and it is about the beauty and personal care industry. We're going to have short analysis of the industry, and I am sure it's going to be an interesting topic to many. The beauty and personal care industry include a wide range of products and services that we may not be able to cover within few minutes. And for that reason, our analysis will be general. A lot of beauty-related small businesses have suffered during 2020 and 2021. However, studies have shown different when it comes to the overall growth of the industry. The beauty and care industry will be expecting a growth of 3.13% during 2021. This is as per Statista, market and consumer analysis company. In global comparison, most of the revenue comes from the United States, and 23% of the revenue will be generated online. As per Morder Intelligence report, the Canadian hair care market is projected to register an annual growth rate of 6.58% between 2020 and 2025. And there will be a growing demand for organic and natural hair products. Hair care professionals are expecting the industry to witness the make of a number of hair care innovations, along with that an increase of use in natural oils for treatments will be also witnessed for years to come. I asked Saba Malik Hamid, a hair care professional, to give some hair care tips for our listeners, and here are some of her recommendations.
In the summertime, we tend to color our hair a little bit lighter. We add some highlights, swimming in the pool, the chlorine, as well as the heat from the sun really take a toll on our hair. What happens is it gets dry, it gets frizzy, damaged. So an important tip I can give you guys throughout the summer is to always deep condition and to keep that moisture in your hair. A couple products I have today are deep conditioners. They can either come in a jar like this, or some come in tubes. It's a really easy process, and it's something I would recommend to do once every 3 or 4 weeks. The process of deep conditioning is very simple. You're going to start with shampooing your hair really well. I would recommend to do 2 shampoos, rinse that out well, and make sure to squeeze out any excess water in your hair. Then you'll add your deep conditioner. You want to make sure that you really massage it into your scalp and get the blood circulating. You will go all the way to your ends, really make sure it's all coated, and then clip it up. And I would suggest to wrap it up with a plastic bag and then wrap a towel around it. You want to come out of the shower and leave it on for about 20-25 minutes. When you're ready to rinse it out, I would recommend to rinse it out with cold water. Not necessarily cold, but cooler temperature water, because that will help seal the cuticle once you're done. You want to just rinse it out really, really well, and you can actually comb it out while you're still in the shower, or use a detangling comb once you come out. And I would recommend to do that at least once every 3 weeks or so, depending on how much you're out in the sun and how much you're actually swimming with chlorine in your pool, and that should help keep your hair pretty moisturized through the summer.
The cosmetic industry response to the crisis was positive. As per Statista, the revenue for the facial cosmetic industry amounted to $377 billion in 2020. And by comparison, the same year, the natural cosmetic revenue amounted to less than half of that. From Cleopatra's days and until today's multi-billion gigantic cosmetic wealth, makeup is being used to enhance beauty and define theatrical character. It is a profession that improves everyday beauty as well as occasional exquisiteness. This past month, I met Hira Sheikh, a well-practiced makeup artist, and I asked her for a tip for this video, and here was her advice.
So the way to achieve a flawless under eye to cover any dark circles is, well, you need a few key tools. So the tools you will need is first, if you have a lot of darkness and hyperpigmentation under your eyes, it's beneficial to start with a color corrector. So I have my color corrector here. So what you will do, well, I'll go through all the tools first. So you need a color corrector, your favorite concealer, a setting powder, a loose setting powder, and should be translucent, and along with a brush for blending in your concealer, and either a fluffy brush or some sort of a sponge for the powder. So what you're going to do is you're going to first go in under your eyes, create a V shape with the color corrector, and just blend that out. So you're going to use your big blending brush, or even a beauty blender will be okay. You're going to buff out the color corrector, and if it looks like, a lot of the times color correctors are orange or red, so if that's how it's looking and you think you've made a mistake, you have not, just keep going, let that set. And you want it to completely dry. So you're going to blend it and let it dry. So wait for a couple of minutes. After that, you're going to go in with your concealer. And similarly, you're going to just kind of go over that area, do a V, and I would suggest to let it sit for maybe 30 seconds so that it is not completely dry, but it's not fully wet. If it's really wet, it'll just slide a lot and it won't really give you that full coverage. So when that is, halfway towards drying, you're going to take your brush and you're really going to press it into your skin. Press it into your skin. Don't be shy. Like, get into the corner of your eyes and even drag it out, like all the way to your eyebrow. That way it really blends in the whole area and you don't have it's not too white under your eyes. And it really just blends in with the rest of your skin. Even drag it down towards your cheek. And one tip I'll tell you on picking the right shade for your concealer is to make sure you don't necessarily want to go the same color as the rest of your face. So because your under eyes are darker, you want to go a little bit darker. So I usually go in with a shade a tad bit darker for under your eyes. And you're going to put the concealer on at the end. So you're going to do the rest of your face. You're going to do your foundation, even set your foundation with powder, and then you're going to go in with the concealer. So that way you have that layer at the end and it'll really brighten up under your eyes. So once you have that on and you blend it out, let it dry. You don't want to do this step when it's wet because it will create creases. So once your concealer is fully dry, you're going to go in with a loose setting powder. So it's best to have a translucent powder so it doesn't create too much color and pigment under your eyes. You're going to go in with a brush and really pack it on as generously as you want. This step is also referred to as baking, and it really gives you that smooth, silky, flawless finish. It also prevents you from having creases under your eyes. So you're really going to pack it on. Let it sit there for, I would say, like a couple of minutes. So even go in, do the rest of your makeup, fill in your brows, put on your mascara, do your lipstick. And once you're done everything, then take a big fluffy brush it all away, and it will feel really smooth, and I promise you, it'll prevent you from creasing for the rest of your day. So yeah, it's really that simple. You can even take that fluffy brush and whatever's left on it with the powder, go over your entire face. It'll just give you an extra setting powder, mattify your skin. And if you follow those tips, I promise you will have a flawless, professionally covered under eye.
Skincare has also had its share of success even during COVID-19 crisis. As per Globe Newswire, the global market for cosmetic skincare estimated at $145.3 billion in the year 2020. And even the anti-aging products alone are projected to reach $51.8 million by end of 2027. I had a chat a few weeks ago with Chantal Tyre, a skincare expert, and I asked her to leave us with one tip to remember, and here is what she said.
Wearing skincare every day is the best thing you can do for your skin. Not only does skin protection help decrease your risk of developing skin cancer, it also prevents against premature aging. According to the Skin Cancer Foundation, people who use sunscreen of an SPF 15 or higher show that 24% less skin aging than those who don't use sunscreen daily. I'm Chantal Tyers, and I get it. Applying sunscreen can feel like an extra step, something that I didn't always do. But when you skip it, you risk damaging your skin. So what I found is using a sun care sunscreen every day will really help. And I found a product that I love that's a 3-in-1. It moisturizes, it primes, and it protects. So whenever I can find a product that does multi-purpose and shortens the amount of time that I actually have to get ready in the morning, then it's a winner for me. I like something that feels nice when it's going on. I like something that has an anti-aging properties in it, that's lightweight, not greasy, and won't irritate your skin. And when possible, when you're looking for a sunscreen product, you also want to make sure that it's hyperallergenic, that it's clinical grade, because what you put on your skin also goes into your body. This is Ever Daylight Radiance Moisturizer, and this is a product that I use just because it protects, it primes, and then it can also be purchased in a tinted hydrating moisturizer. It has an LSR 10 biocomplex, which helps fight the signs of aging. And it's available in 6 radiant colors that flatter your skin. Or if you're someone who doesn't like color, it's also available in clear.